Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Trey, back with another article review video. Got another article from New York Post, and it's relating between two obesity medications and which one's better to combat obesity, as you saw in the title. So, yeah, you know how, if I haven't mentioned this before, I'm completely against medication when it comes to combating obesity. You already know what methods I'm going to mention. But anyway, before we get to this article and my comments about the article, go ahead, please hit that like button, trying to trigger this algorithm. Hit that sub if you haven't already. Please leave a comment, tell me what y'all think. Please hit the notification bell for future uploads and share this with anybody who probably needs or wants to watch this video. So without further ado, let's get to this article. All right, got the article right here. Article called Ozempic versus Mounjaro. I think that's how it's pronounced. New study reveals which is better to combat obesity. Like I said, I'm pretty against obesity medication or medication that so-called target fat loss. To me, I look at them like the over-counter ones. It really won't work if the people won't exercise. So that's one quick comment. So let's get to this article. A winner has emerged in the ongoing battle of the bulge. Mounjaro. Overweight of obese adults are 3 times more likely to shed 50% of their body weight on Mounjaro than Ozempic, according to a study published Monday in the journal JAMA International Medicine. I don't know what JAMA is. I know it's an acronym for something. So to my knowledge, the study represents the first clinical comparative effectiveness study of I'm not going to pronounce that. I'm just going to pronounce semaglutide in adults of overweight or obesity. Researchers from healthcare analysis firm Truveta wrote in their findings. Semaglutide, the active ingredient in Novo Nordisk Ozempic and Wegovy, mimics GLP-1, a hormone the body naturally produces after eating, so the user feels fuller for longer. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved Ozempic December 2017 to treat type 2 diabetes. The agency okayed Wegovy in June 2021 for adult weight loss. That one, not pronouncing it. Marketed by Lilly as Mounjaro and Zepbound mimic GLP-1 and GIP, another appetite suppressant hormone, which may be why it's been shown to spur greater sustained weight loss than semaglutide. The FDA approved Mounjaro to treat type 2 diabetes in May 2022 and Zepbound for adult weight loss in November 2023. Well, that one was 8 months ago. The author of the latest study noted that patients with type 2 diabetes tend to lose more weight with Mounjaro than Ozempic. The research focused on adults who are overweight or obese. Researchers analyzed the weight loss of more than 18,000 adults who took Mounjaro or Ozempic between May 22 and September 2023. So a study that went over a year and 16 months. By 3 months, the majority of patients shed, I would say 6% of their body weight versus 3.5 for those on Ozempic. I'm estimating, obviously. At 6 months, the mean weight loss was 10% on Mounjaro and 6% on Ozempic. That 4% difference can actually be pretty big, actually. At the end of the first year, Mounjaro users dropped 15% of their body weight, while Ozempic patients lost 8%. Okay, that's almost double. But I'm still taking this with a grain of salt, as should you. At the same time, researchers didn't notice major differences in gastrointestinal troubles like incidence of stomach virus or swelling in the pancreas between Mounjaro and Ozempic. Yeah, that's another reason why I refuse to take obesity medication. You gotta worry about the gastrointestinal troubles. Every medication is gonna have some kind of problem with the intestinal or the whole entire digestive system, I should say. Wait, okay, yeah, I am done with that. The Post reached out for reps for Lilly and Novo Nordisk for comment. On Monday's statement, Novo Nordisk pointed out that the study compares Mounjaro and Ozempic, but not Wegovy, even though the weight loss was the main outcome under scrutiny. The Danish drug maker said the findings also did not provide sufficient information on the participant dosage. That can be a big time limitation right there alone. That alone is a big time limitation. If you don't provide details about the dosage, how you know how much is actually effective, what amount of dosage is effective. So that can be actually a very big limitation, that alone itself. Most people than ever are taking an active role in diagnosing and treating obesity, so new data is great for patients and healthcare professionals who treat them. Statement, however, the ideal way to compare two treatments is an accurately powered head-to-head randomized clinical trial, or CT, in obesity. Currently, no head-to-head trials have been completely comparing that and semaglutide 2.4 milligrams. So that's how big the normal dose is. Now, how often are they taking this? This is every day, twice a day? That's what I want to know. That's another thing I want to know. That's another limitation. How often are they taking it? I'm pretty sure it's every day, but how many times a day? A Lilly spokesperson said the company is studying that and semaglutide in participants will be, yeah. If I say that, that means I'm not going to go through trouble trying to pronounce it. The head-to-head trial is expected to finish later this year. Oh, so they got one going on currently. Okay. I definitely would like to hit that article. Novo Nordisk also suggests that a significant portion of participants are taking Ozempic off label because they did not have type 2 diabetes. The study authors reported larger weight loss in people without type 2 diabetes than those with the chronic condition. Researchers are unsure why there was a difference, but speculate it may be due to how these patients partake in other activities to lose weight. Additional research is needed to understand the complex relationships between motivations and outcomes for patients with without type 2 diabetes, researchers wrote. The study authors also know that most of the patients in the study discontinued the medicine which affected their weight loss. Further studies should evaluate Mounjaro and Ozempic on other key markers, such as the ability to reduce the risk of heart attacks, study authors said. And that's the end of that particular article. So, of course, you already should probably know what I'm going to say as far as this. Still don't like the diabetes medication, not diabetes, but the obesity medication. Because like I said, they're not explaining all the side effects or how big the dosage they are taking or how often they're taking it, because that could play an important factor. But you're going to have a lot of people who could be taking these medicines and not doing enough to help lose weight. They say they are losing weight, but all these people are actually, this drug actually affects their appetite like they should. If they're eating less, then yes, they can lose weight. But of course, they can lose weight faster if it's paired with exercise, an actual meaningful exercise routine. Even if they're just going out for a walk 30 minutes a day, it can help a lot. You're still burning 30-minute walk. I say you probably burn about between 150 and 300 calories in that 30-minute session just from walking alone. And if that walk involving heels, now I ain't talking about treadmill, I'm talking about you actually walking outdoors. So yeah, I see that's some limitation, and plus they're not also mentioning the ages of the people either. And then they mentioned about heart attack. I'm like, that makes me think older people. When I mention here heart attack, yes, of course, heart attacks happen more in people age 50 and older, but there are some instances where somebody younger than that can deal with heart attacks. There are some instances, but the majority is usually people 50 and older. But that's another limitation. They're not mentioning the age group. I would like to know the age group. And type 2 diabetes, it doesn't matter which diabetes is, type 1 or type 2. Exercising is the best counter to diabetes. It is not medication. Exercise is. I'm just saying that. I'm putting that out there. It really is. But I'm not going to extend this any further. I'm like, these obese medications, man, I want to know all the side effects. I want to know all the side effects. They're only giving you bits and pieces of side effects. I want to know all the side effects, the dosage and the ages of the people that's taking these. That's what I want to know. And how active they are. That's another I should mention. But then again, I kind of indirectly said that. But how active? Are they exercising or not? I want to know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short right here. So, made this far, go ahead and hit that like button. Sub if you haven't already. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Hit that notification bell for future uploads and share so anybody who like share watch this or like to review this, whatever. But anyway, that's it for me. I'll catch you on the flip side. Y'all have a good one and peace.